So hello, Taka. He's a good boy. Yeah, Taka's desperate to get in the van, can you tell? Anyway, plenty to talk about in the workshop today. Uh, we'll have a quick look round. We've got a couple of things on the go. As always, we've got this suite which comprises of a Georgian style leather chair you would have seen in previous videos. That's now all ripped up, the two chairs and the two-seater / three-seater high back chair. They're going to be changed from the leather, or the leather's off now and ready to be recovered, to a fabric from Porter and Stone. So let's have a look. Right, here's one of the wing chairs up on my bench, ready to be put back together. There's a couple of things I need to alter though. Firstly, they're having a plain back in it, hence the reason there's no back in this now. And I'm also going to take these arms off because you see the original manufacturers haven't even bothered to put any webs or canvas on the arms, so you get this big dip in the side there. So we're going to eradicate that on the two chairs. And the sofa's here, the other chair's behind it. So the sofa's still got the canvas on the back. You can see where the old buttons would have been, but it's going to be a plain suite now, done in this fabric over here. This is the old leather that was on it. I'm just about to start cutting the cushions for that, and here's the new fabric that's going on it. This fabric has its own difficulties because of the design, the check. It's also not central in the roll of fabric, so it's not going to be the nicest material to work with, but I'm sure the suite will look smashing. So stick with us and we'll crack on and we'll take you through the process of doing these. Right, back on with these pair of wing chairs and sofa that you can just see over my shoulder. I'm going to just start putting the arms on them. I've got them cut. Once I've webbed the inside of the arms, as I showed you previously, that needs rectifying. I'm just not happy with how they've done that originally. The arms, the fabric is a difficult one to work with because the pattern is off center on the roll. So without wanting to use double the amount of fabric to do the job, the left and right arms aren't going to match each other, but the horizontal stripe will match through on the arms. I'll show you and you'll get what I mean. Right, so this is the fabric and I've cut it halfway through the fabric here. So as you can see, the pattern repeat is off center. So to get all the arms to match, we would have to do all the arms out of this, which would then mean this would have to be used on something else. So there's a big wastage. So we're just going to do it with a horizontal line matching through the arms. The blue stripe won't match on the front of the arms because of this grey one. So you see how that's off. Anyway, it's sometimes there are limitations to what we can and can't do. So I hope that made it a little bit clearer. So I've just got to get on with these outside arms now, or inside arms. We're going to put some web and canvas on them and get them covered. Here you go. Just to remind you, this is what I'm not happy about, the fact that the original manufacturers haven't put any canvas or webbing on the inside arm here. So I'm just going to peel this up, put some webbing on it before I cover it. It will alter the size of the cushion, so I have to bear that in mind. It may make the arm slightly narrower, but you're going to lose all this effect going on with it. So I won't cut the cushions until it's upholstered, or at least the arms are on. So let's crack on with that. Right, so that's the arms upholstered. I'll show you a close-up in a minute, where we've tried to match the stripe along the top of the arms. As you see, we webbed, you can just see the web here, new canvas, put foam over, and then put a layer of very thick Lux Bond over the top. Now we've got the shape back in the arms, they haven't got the bits in them or anything like that. So they're nice and square, so everything should be hunky-dory with them now. Let's just show you a close-up of the arms. Well, there you go, looking a lot better. That wrinkle will come out as I pull it down there, but we've got the arm, the stripe through here now on both of the arms. It's just this stripe here is in a different position, so there you go. Next it's the wings, similar process, so let's crack on. trend down here. So that's the wings done now. As you can see, well, the inside wings anyway. The outside wings will be going on later. The next job on this is the inside back. As you can see, there's nothing here, so we've got to replace it all. I've had to order the material, the foam in to do these inside backs, but I'm not expecting that until later in the week. So in the meantime, I'm going to crack on with the seat. We would normally do the inside back first, but I can't do that until the foam's here. So I'm going to crack on and get the seat in, and then when the seat's in, I can potentially do the outside wings and the outside arms whilst I'm waiting for the foam to come in for the inside back, and then alternatively just crack on with the other chair and the two-seater. Right, so that's the seating. I can't finish it off down the sides here because, like I said, I would normally put the back in first, and I don't want to restrict my access to finishing the back off. But the seat is in, as you can see here. So the seat on the other chair will be identical, so the plan is that the stripe here matches on both chairs' seat cushions, so they're interchangeable, and the inside back, that will be the same as well. So let's see what else I can do. I could theoretically, if I want to, put the outside arms on here and the outside wings up here. They're not going to interfere with the inside back, and they need nailing around the facings, etc. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do as much as I can on each chair. Then I'm just waiting for the foam to come in for the backs. So that's the outside arm and outside wing on. I haven't been able to finish the outside arm off, like I said, because I need to have access to be able to pull the bottom of the inside back off properly. Then I can finish the seat off and finish the outside arm off. But in the meantime, I will do the other side, and I can put the facings on, both on the wing and the arms, and finish them off with the nails. So there's still plenty I can do whilst I'm waiting for the foam for the inside back. So I'll just show you what I mean. So the outside wing on and the outside arm. I've tried to continue the stripe over the arm here, following right the way through. But with the outside wing, they're going to be completely random because we don't have the fabric to match up all the stripes as I would do normally, but this is a budget restraint thing by the customer. So the facings can go on, the facing can go on here, and it will get nail finish, and the same with the inside or the wing that needs a facing going on there. So just get the other outside arm and the other outside wing on and get the facings on and nailed, and that's about as much as I can do on this chair. Right, let's get the facings on both the wings and the arms on this wing chair, and then nailed. It's not the process that I would normally do because we haven't got the back end, but like I said previously, we're waiting on foam and we're trying not to allow the delay in receiving the foam to delay getting the furniture back to the customer. So we'll do as much as we can before we have to drop onto something else, but hopefully it shouldn't delay as much. Let me spin you around and show you what I mean regarding the facings. Right, facings, arm facing, wing facing. So we're going to cover these with foam and fabric. We fold the fabric under and then we're going to nail them. I need to check which nail colour the customer wants, but for an example, these are the antique nails that we use. So these are individual nails, they're not on a strip. Personally, I prefer the individual nails because they just look classier. Strip nails tend to remind me of pub furniture too much from working back in the day doing contract seating. So these will get nailed around here to create a nice facing. So let's crack on with that. So that's an arm facing on and a wing facing on. I prefer to fold the fabric before nailing. Some people just cut it, but then you have a raw edge that can fray and potentially pull away. This way you're not going to get the raw edge. You can get the nail in nice and straight. It will adjust any small deviations in it. We'll get a nice shaped round. So let's get on with nailing this now. Right, let's just show you quickly one of the nailed facings now. I shan't show you all of them because it'll take a while. We don't want you to get bored, but all the facings are pretty much done in the same manner and nailed in the same way. There you go, that's a nailed facing. Let me show you an example with strip nails as a comparison. These are the strip nails. As you can see, that the heads have a little join in them, and every fifth nail is the nail that fixes it on. You can get the strip nails in various colours. Unfortunately, you can't get them in the oxidised finish that we have here. But I think you'll find that it just looks a bit classier with the loose nails. Right, let's crack on. Right, excuse the kettle in the background, but you know, it's tea break time. As you can just see over my shoulder, it's the checked wing chairs. I now have the foam into the back, so we can now crack on with these and get them done as soon as possible. We're just waiting on the cushion fills and the cushion covers, but at least we can get the chairs done. So I'll just show you the foam that we're going to be using in the back and explain a little bit more of the process of making the back up. Bearing in mind that these chairs originally were buttoned, so we're now doing them as a plain back. So the foam that would have been in them originally would have been a denser foam than we're using for the plain backs. But I'll just explain that to you and get some footage of putting the backs in. Right, so here's the foam that we're going to be using. It's approximately 3 inches thick. It will be, this is basically the blank, so it will be cut to shape and chamfered along the bottom edge. This is what we term as our medium foam, which is the grey. The blue here is firmer. I don't know if it's going to come across, but this is 3 inches thick and this is 2 inches thick. As you can see, my hand is going in a lot deeper in the grey, even though it is 3 inches. The thickness of the foam does make a difference. So the back here is the original canvas or nylon canvas that they've used. You can see the buttonholes in it. There's nothing wrong with that, so we're going to reuse it, and there's the original webs. I will add some more webbing to it, just for belt and braces sort of thing, and then we will chamfer the bottom of the foam to come down to here, and then the top needs to be shaped and stapled over on here. So the kettle's finished boiling, quick cup of tea, and be getting on with that. So can you spot the dog? He's sulking in his dog hole there. Yeah, he doesn't seem particularly happy today. I know why, because he's not out in the van. But there you go, tough. We got work to do today, Taka. Right, so the chair's done. We're missing the seat cushion, but I'm waiting for that to come back from the machinist and the cushion fills to come in to me, so then we can deliver it back to the customer. But I'm sure you'll get the idea of what the chair looks like now that the outside back, inside back's on. Let's spin you around so you can have a look at it. So there you have it. Bit of an odd one because the stripe is off centre in this particular design, but there you go, we've centralised it. There's the seats, the outside back, we've got the stripe to match on the wings and the inside back, and through the seats the cushion will match as well. We can't really do it on the arms because you've got a left and right, so that doesn't really work, but there you go. Very nice wing chair. You can just see over there the two-seater that's waiting to have the back foam put in it. I'll do the other chair first and do that. Let's just take a quick look at the outside back. The outside back is piped around the edge. The stripe, because it comes over the top, doesn't match, but there you go, that's because the stripe comes over the top. There you go, piped edge. We've got the stripe matching on the outside wing there, best we can. So I think you'll agree that very smart looking suite it's going to be when it's done. So yeah, we'll crack on with the other chair and the two-seater.